Strong partnerships can extend opportunities to those that are most vulnerable, including women and children. In some cases, communities or governments, they do not have the necessary resources to generate these opportunities. And partnerships, they rely on trust and on best practice that can help address some of these gaps in education and in schooling. A focus on partnerships and collaboration is also in the spirit of the Global Battery Alliance. The aim of the Global Battery Alliance is to create a sustainable battery supply chain and battery sector. This can only be achieved if the entire value chain mobilizes and takes far-reaching collaborative action. This would help ensure that the electric vehicle revolution does not come at the expense of the DRC's most vulnerable communities. The GBA has demonstrated that batteries can reduce 30% of the power and transport sector emissions and create up to 10 million safe jobs by 2030. Our partnership with Good Shepherd International Foundation, which is rooted in trust and mutual respect, forms an integral part of these efforts.
As a result of our capacity to listen and address the needs of the communities, GSIF and Bon Pasteur Kowezi have been invited to participate in an international multi-stakeholder platform, such as the Global Battery Alliance, and to contribute to the OECD Global Working Group to advocate for the rights of children, girls, and women who live at the upstream of the battery supply chain. Joining forces with large businesses like ERG gives us leverage in securing human rights in supply chains. Whereas one stakeholder alone has to realize its limitations, partnership can help move beyond this. A business, for example, might be in a position to provide platform of resources that can be utilized and strengthened with the NGO's intimate knowledge of local dynamics and connections. Successful partnerships have to be based on 6 internal factors facing a complex system, which doesn't lend itself to quick and easy solutions. Trust, connectivity, realistic expectations, a common language, flexibility, and a focus on impact. We are pleased to have found all these factors in our collaboration so far with ERG. Unexpected change might come with its own set of challenges, as we've seen with the pandemic. In that case, trust and regular dialogue at all levels of the two organizations once again is paramount in reaffirming the commitments of the partners and each partner taking steps to adapt accordingly. What concerns us the most are the emerging social and economic effects of this global crisis, which are already having a disproportionately negative impact on the most vulnerable, particularly on children and women in Kowezi. Widespread unemployment and a consequent drop in household income determines already high food insecurity for families and severe malnutrition increase for children, further exacerbated by school closure. All this push for children to relapse working in the mines and an increase in domestic violence against girls and women. To prevent this, to remediate to this, we have a duty to keep protecting our communities and reduce the immediate impact of the pandemic. Bon Pasteur and GSIF are on the front line and have been involved in preventive actions, including raising awareness on protective measures, distribution of sanitary and food kits to the most vulnerable families, and organizing regular, safe home visits of teachers, nurses, and social workers. We are closely monitoring children and families to secure the hard-won outcomes towards children and women protection. As part of our work to empower women with additional skills, we have been helping with the production of and the provision of face masks to contain the spread of COVID-19. What is equally important is that we look beyond this crisis and continue to work together with our partners and all the stakeholders to help communities grow and thrive, to to be empowered and become more resilient for long-lasting change?
Well, we have taken the opportunity to reflect on the reasons we pursued this partnership in the first place. The main reason is to support those who are most in need in DRC's vulnerable communities that tend to rely on artisanal mining, on ASM. Around the world, the pandemic threatens to overwhelm public health, welfare, and educational systems, and in this context, our efforts have never been more important. We also have an opportunity to build on this progress we've made to date while not losing sight of the need for continuous improvements. We have, for example, supported the Good Shepherd International Foundation in providing thousands of reusable face masks for the Samukonga, Kipepe, and Kashala communities to help contain the spread of the COVID-19 virus. This has also relied on vocational training programs that support the economic empowerment of women and girls.